It is lunchtime here in Budapest, and about this time every afternoon I kind of wonder what I'm going to eat. And more times than not, I find myself thinking Turkish. Turkish restaurants are everywhere, and I love the Turkish food. So I usually get the same thing every time also. I get the like the kebab with the Turkish rice. And I don't know exactly what the hell Turkish rice is, but anyway, I do know it tastes good. So I did my first video. You got to look everywhere you go. When you're crossing the street here in Budapest, you got to be careful. But anyway, so I did a video last night, and I was getting some feedback from some of you out there telling me, the microphone wasn't set up right. And I've got this external mic that I bought for this camera, and the microphone points in the direction of the lens. So right now you're probably hearing everything really nice, but when I flip the camera around, as I will in a moment, then the microphone is pointing in the other direction. Well, it's a pretty good microphone from what I've been told, and it's intended to pick up the sound that's in front of it, not walking behind it. But anyway, so this is what the dead cat looks like, and this is what usually goes. That's what usually goes over the microphone. But right now I am trying to use it without. And then the other thing that I noticed in the video yesterday was that there was a damn spot somewhere on the video, and Oz was watching the video on his new 4K TV that we're going to watch the Super Bowl on, and he was telling me that there's this big spot on the lens. So anyway, hopefully I fixed that as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you along for my walk down to get a bite to eat. And in doing so, I'm going to kind of play with the microphone and hopefully see if I fix that little spot on the lens. So this is, let me flip the camera around here, give you an idea as to the scene on my way to lunch here. Okay, so I flip that around. Now what I got to do is I got to take the microphone and reverse the microphone so it's pointing at me, which it is now. So the microphone is now pointing at me as I walk, and I'm coming up to the street, which is the Karut. And interestingly enough, actually getting the microphone to fit in the little holder while I walk and talk is not easy. So I'm going to have to learn this process if I'm going to want to be switching the orientation of the camera, if you will. So this is I think you got some police over there, if I'm not mistaken. You got to be really, really careful when you're crossing the streets. But something that I was thinking about yesterday was, I inevitably I see other people's videos, travel videos. If I'll be watching a video of mine, such as this one on Budapest, and I'll see other suggestions of other videos. And more times than not, when you're watching these videos of places such as Budapest or what have you, it's always the tourist places. It's always the, what to do in Budapest and what to eat in Budapest and, that type of thing. And you don't really get the sense of the real day-to-day life here in this city. And I got to tell you that being in Budapest and living in Budapest day in and day out, the people that have followed me for years, that that I love this city. I love the culture. I love the people. I love the history. I just love everything about Budapest and Hungary. But you know, you don't have to walk very far in this city to see well, suffering, if you will. I mean, it's just it's almost everywhere. It's almost everywhere you look, and that would be the case in most. Probably be the case in a lot of large cities, I would imagine. But I haven't always lived in large cities. So this is what's known as the Carroot. And on the Carroot is where you're gonna pick up the number 4 or the number 6 tram, or you'll get a bus. But here is the tram. I see a tram coming up down the road. Now just up ahead, you'll see a large building off to the left, and that is the New York Palace Hotel. And maybe I can take you down and share the New York Palace as the number. Looks like the number 4 is coming up my way. So let's go down and just continue walking. Okay. So somewhere up here is the. I like to go to the Star Kebab. I enjoy going to the Star Kebab. I don't know if that's a chain or not, but I just know that if you walk along far enough, you will inevitably come to a Star Kebab. I did this walk yesterday, but after I saw the video, I realized that I had toothpaste all over my mouth, and the clarity, or how clear this camera films, I look like a fool, or maybe I should say I look like more of a fool. But anyway, so I think the Star Kebab is just up ahead. But I'm going to maybe also try to show you the New York Palace Hotel as well. Well, I see a Turkish restaurant. I don't know if it's a Star Kebab or not. Donor mix or something like that. They always have these at these restaurants. They have these big slabs of beef or turkey. There you see. Look at that. That's I think that would be chicken. Just turning on the spit there. So we'll keep. I'll come back and grab a bite to eat there. It is really one thing to come here as a tourist, and yet another thing to actually live here. Give a shout out to Peter over in Ireland, who has given me a lot of suggestions on things that I should do while I'm here in Hungary or Budapest. Peter, I think a lot of your suggestions that you give me are geared towards Budapest itself. Have you ventured much outside of the city of Budapest and gone to other parts of Hungary? Here's the New York Palace. I'll do a nice pan up. See if I can do that without. There you go. Had to actually move the microphone just a little bit. Go inside to the New York Cafe. When I was living here back in 2000 and I think it was 2005 to 2008, the New York Palace or the New York Hotel was being renovated. back to its original state. You can see it's like it's rather busy. Channel. So here you can see the view. It's quite a queue of people waiting to eat, and I don't know if I can slip past the line, but perhaps I can. I'm just going to walk in and just going to walk through the crowd. I got some music playing up ahead. Now I'm going to turn the microphone around and let you get the music. Is that good Tom TV or what? Just fantastic. All right, I'll save dining at the New York Palace for another time. But here you go. Here's the I guess this would be the atrium of the hotel right here. Look at that. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this little trip down to grab a bite to eat here in Budapest. Have a great day.